We want to bring in Democratic nominee, the woman who is set to face one of them, Dr. Annie Andrews. Dr. Andrews, I appreciate your being with us here. What do you make of Senator Darlene Graham's appointment? Do you view this as nepotism? Does she have the experience to serve?
You know, I don't think folks in South Carolina know if she has the experience to serve. And the results of last night were pretty much what me and my team expected. And frankly, for me, it doesn't really matter who ultimately emerges from this runoff that will take place on August 25th, because these Republicans are offering just more of the same. I watched them all debate last week, and frankly, I was wildly unimpressed by their performance. So today, I sent a letter to both of these runoff candidates, Darlene Graham and Ralph Norman, asking them to commit to a series of live televised debates, because South Carolinians deserve to know where we stand. They deserve to hear us side by side, face to face, talking about our plans to lower costs and to protect health care.
Dr. Andrews, so we've got Ralph Norman, we've got Darlene Graham. A lot of Democrats, obviously, these are more extreme in terms of the candidates who are running in this primary there. One of them is going to move on right now. Does that sort of help your chances to run against those who are further to the right within their party?
Yeah, you know, both of these candidates really do represent how far the Republican Party has drifted to the extreme. So my strategy is to turn out Democrats, win over independents, and give these center-right Republicans who feel like their party has left them behind permission to vote for a pediatrician rather than just another politician this election cycle. This is a change election cycle. People are eager for outsiders who want to go up to Washington, D.C. and solve problems. You know, I'm a pediatrician. I've taken care of sick and injured children in the Children's Hospital here in Charleston, South Carolina for 15 years. And I want to bring that experience with me to Washington, D.C.
Let me ask you if I can for a second. I heard from Luke Bronin a little bit earlier in this broadcast. He is now the congressional candidate for the Democrats in Connecticut here, and he was talking about how Democrats are looking to vote for something, not just against Donald Trump. What is your elevator pitch? In simple language, what do you say to those individuals who are considering your candidacy?
I'm not a career politician, nor do I want to be a career politician. I'm a pediatrician and a public school mom, and I'm a public servant. I say what I mean what I say. I'm not afraid of a fight, and I will always tell you the truth. Every single vote when I get to Washington, D.C. will be on the side that benefits America's children. And the good news about that is we know what's good for kids is good for families, and what's good for families is good for our communities, and what's good for our communities is good for our economy. So when we put kids first, we all win. My three priorities are fixing America's broken healthcare system, addressing our cost of living emergency, and rooting out the corruption that is actively degrading American democracy. And if people in South Carolina are looking for something different in November, I would urge them to check out my campaign, and they can read more at drannieandrews.com. And we can elect the first ever pediatrician senator to the United States Senate. And I will go toe to toe with RFK Jr. and push back against this disinformation that he is spreading from the Oval Office.
You make a point. I think there are a lot of Americans right now looking to embrace science as it relates to their decision making in terms of who's representing them in Washington. I do want to ask you, though, about some of the daunting figures as it relates to your candidacy and Democrats in states like South Carolina. There, a Democrat hasn't held a Senate seat in, January of 2005, the last time. In the 2020 race between Lindsey Graham and Jamie Harrison, Harrison raised what was a stunning figure. I was covering part of that race, more than $100 million. He would end up losing by 10 points. That was frustrating to a lot of Democrats who felt like perhaps that was a chance to knock off the longtime senator in the state. So what is the argument you make to those Democrats, not just in your state, who might be considering contributing to you, given the history and the track record, how difficult it is for a Democrat to pull off a win in a place like South Carolina?
So 2026 is a very different election cycle than when my friend Jamie Harrison ran in 2020. Donald Trump is not on the ballot to boost Republican turnout. We saw record-breaking Democratic turnout in our June primary, and we can ride that momentum right on through November. Similarly, Jamie Harrison was running against a multi-term incumbent. There is no incumbent in this race. The national political environment is favoring Democrats. We've seen double-digit shifts to the left in elections elections all throughout the Southeast since November 2024. And I'm offering something different. I'm not a career politician. I'm a pediatrician and a mom who understands that politics is the path to most efficiently and effectively solve my patients' problems and their families' problems.
Yeah, politics, and it turns out pediatrics, I think, as everyone has said, it's better to consult your pediatric doctor, your pediatrician, instead of a politician in Washington. Perhaps you'll be one who can do both. Dr. Annie Andrews, it's a pleasure to speak with you. I appreciate your making time here.